Hello, welcome back to the part 6 of Bridge course. Today we will start with our new unit, that is unit 4. In this we will see probability and data visualization basics. Okay, we will see concept of probability and chances, simple probability example, graphical representation of data which includes bar chart, pie chart, line graph, and reading and interpreting those graphs. Right? Now, coming to the first practical of unit 4, what we have to do? We have to calculate the probability of coin. Suppose we toss a coin, what is the probability of it will falls on head or it will falls on tail? So we have to find the probability. First, see what is probability. Probability is the measure of the likelihood that an event will occur. It is the likelihood of an event. Likelihood of an event. What is the formula for probability? Probability equals to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. For example, if we tossed a coin, right? If we tossed a coin, so what is the probability that it will falls on head or it will falls on tail, right? So this is our sample space. This is our sample space. Head and tail. Total possible outcome, that is 2, right? And probability of head. How many times head will come if you toss one coin? Whether 1, right? That is 1 divided by 2. So the probability of getting head is 0.5, right? And probability of getting tail is 0.5, right? Why both head and tail has same probability? Because there are only two likelihood of an event, that is head and tail, right? Then on the next practical number 2, we have to find the probability of using a dice roll. We have to find the probability of dice. We play snake and ladders and ludos. So the probability of dice. Dice is rolled. What is the probability of getting or obtaining number 4 or an even number? So there are total outcome are 6. है ना? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are total 6 number on the dice, right? So probability of obtaining 4 in those between those 1 to 6, how many times 4 will come if we roll the dice once? So it is the probability 1 by 6. It means from 6 number 4 will come only once, right? So the probability of obtaining an even number is even numbers. How many even numbers are there in the dice? Right, 2, 4 and 6. So favorable outcome is 3 and total outcome, that is 6. 3 divided by 6, that is 1 by 2. So the probability of getting 4 is 1 by 6 and getting an even number is 1 by 2. Correct? Now coming to the practical number 3. Drawing a red ball from a bag. First, we will see how many balls in the bag. Then we will see how many red balls in the bags. Then we will find the probability. So there is 5 red ball, 3 blue ball, 2 green ball. That is total 10 balls. Right? Now we have to find the probability of drawing a red ball. So total balls are 10 and favorable outcome is 5. Because we want to draw the red ball, and red ball, how many red ball are there? 5. Okay, so 5 divided by 10, favorable outcome divided by total outcome, that is half or 0.5. So total out ball, probability of red ball, the probability of selecting a red ball is half, that is 50%, right? Now practical number 4. If we want to draw an ace from the deck of cards, suppose we are playing a card and we have to draw the ace from the card. So first see how many cards are there in the playing cards. There are total 52 playing cards, in which 4 cards are aces. 4 cards are aces. So total cards are 52, number of aces is 4. Total probability is 50. Total probability is 52 and number of aces is 4. So 4 divided by 52, that is 1 by 13, right? So our probability is 1 by 13. The probability of drawing an ace is 1 by 13, right? Now practical number 5. We have to find the probability using student survey data. Our student survey data is given. We have to find the probability. Bus. Nothing else, right? Analyze survey result. Compute probability. We have to analyze the survey result and then compute probability. Right? What is the problem statement? A survey of 20 students recorded their preferred programming language. Preferred programming language, that is Python. 8 students selected Python, 5 students selected Java, 4 students selected C, and 3 students selected C++. Now we will find the probability of students selecting Python, right? So we will first find the total number of students. So there are total number of 20 students. Now how many students will prefer Python? So out of 20, 8 will prefer Python. So the probability is 8 upon 20, right? 2 divided by 5, that is 0.40, correct? Now coming to the next topic, coming to the next practical, probability of selecting an even number from a set. We have given a data set, we have to select the even number. First, probability is equals to number of favorable outcome divided by total number of outcome, right? Now first problem is a box contain cards numbered from 1 to 10. There is a card, there is a box which containing cards 1 to 10 written on it, right? So we have to find the probability of an even number and we have to find the probability of an odd number. Numbers in the box. How many numbers in the box? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is total 10 numbers, right? Total outcome 10. Possible outcome 2, 4, 6, 8 for even numbers. That is favorable condition. Total 5 favorable condition and total outcome 10. Out of 10 numbers, only 5 numbers can be even, right? That is half of the number can be even. So this is our probability 0.5 or 1 upon 2. Same goes for the odd number. Our probability will come 1 and half, because between 1 to 10 there are only 5 numbers, which is yes, which is odd, and there are only 5 number which is even, right? Very good. Now coming to the next practical, what we have, practical number 7. For practical number 7, we have to create a bar chart, right? For practical number 7, we have to create a bar chart to represent categorical data using a bar chart. Let's see how we can make the bar chart, right? So this is our data. B.Sc student enrolled, B.Sc CS student enrolled 80, BCA 65, BCom 90, BBA 55. Now we have to prepare a bar chart. Nothing bar, we have to prepare a bar graph basically. So we have two axes on the graph, this one, x axis, and this one, correct, y axis, right? So on x axis we will write the course name and on y axis we will write the number of student. Always remember, we always write the numerical data on y axis, correct? So when we made the bar graph, it will look like this. A, that is A, that is B.Sc CA student and their enrollment, right? Now coming to the next practical, that is practical number 8, reading and interpreting a bar chart. We have to again make a bar chart, right? These are all our data and we have to make the bar chart and interpret it, right? Let's see. Highest sales, that is mobile 180, and lowest sales, that is 60. So the range or difference is 120 because highest minus lowest equals to 120. Now we will see what is this. This is the product and unit sold. Mobile has the highest sales. We have mobile as the highest sales, and while printer has the lowest sales, right? According to this, we will prepare the bar chart or bar graph. We can say bar graph also, and we will say bar chart also. Suppose this is y-axis and this is x-axis, right? On first, this is, we will see laptop here. We will put mobile here. We will put tablet here, and we will put printer here, right? Then we take 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, correct? 30, 60, 90, this line is 90, okay? 90, 120 and 150 and last 180. So how much laptop is sold? 120 laptops. We will make a bar like this till 120, right? Now how many mobile is sold? 180. We will make a bar like this on mobile 180. How many tablet is sold? We will make a bar like this on 90. Okay? Now how many printer is sold? That is 60. So if we interpret this bar graph, we can clearly see mobile has the largest bar or the longest or the highest bar, and printer has the lowest bar. So according to this, highest sales goes to, right, mobile, and lowest sales goes to printer, correct? Now practical number 9, creating a pie chart for market share analysis. We have to create a pie chart for market share analysis. Given data, we will use the given data for making a pie chart. Okay, first for making a pie chart, first see how pie chart will look. It looks like circle and we have multiple division in circle, like this is 40%, okay, and so on and so on. This is how bar pie chart will look. Okay, now company A has 40% share in market, company B has 30, company C has 20%, and company D has 10% share in the market. Let's see how bar chart will look like. It will look like this. That is company A, most share, maximum share in the market. Company B, less than company A. Company C, less than company A and company B. And company D, lowest share in the market. Got it? First we have to convert the value into these values into percentage, right? Then we have to make the pie chart. Now coming to the practical number 10, reading and interpreting a pie chart. Again we have to make the pie chart. First we will convert, it is already in the percentage, so we just have to make the pie chart, right? Look how pie chart will look like. It will look like food, maximum contribution of our salary goes to food, then on rent, then on education, then on transport, and in miscellaneous expenses, right? So food accounts for the largest portion of household expenses while miscellaneous account for the smallest. Correct? Now enough for this lecture. We will see from practical 11 in the next lecture. Next lecture will be our last lecture, that is part 8 will be our last, because we have finished the bridge course. We will finish this bridge course in the last lecture, in the part number 8. Till then, bye.